Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to take some time to do a little comparison video as well as show you the new crawler. This is a new crawler I just recently picked up. I'm sure for those who can keep an eye on the videos and checking them out, that body looks familiar. That is the body that was on my TRX4. It's an Enduro hard body Jeep Cherokee, and as of the last few videos, I've mainly done some wheel well trimming front and back, like the guys do with the real Cherokees. The primer on the door and the quarter panel, and I did the tailgate black. That body was originally on this, and this Traxxas TRX4 Defender body was on the Red Cat. But just to get a little in-depth review on what I've done to this so far, was only pretty much changed the battery. Changed the body on it, trimmed the body, and I adjusted the shocks down. That's it. Everything else was how I got it. It came with the Proline TRX tires and aluminum beadlock. Came with the shocks, the axial shock keys front and rear. The guy also upgraded the strut or shock tower braces front and rear. Metal front body mounts. The back are bolts, but they work fine for what it's going to be on this, because this is the beater rig. It's going to be, doesn't need to be 100% pretty, or just needs to be strong, reliable, and durable, which it is. I don't know if it's the stock steering servo or not, but it does pretty good. Another thing that was upgraded on it, I don't know if I mentioned yet, the front and rear bumper brackets are done in aluminum. He also upgraded the drive shafts to aluminum drive shafts, aluminum axle housings front and rear. Rear outer portals are brass. Front portals, inner and outer, are brass. Also front and rear are aluminum hex spacers. I believe they're like 8 inches, maybe 10 8 millimeter or 10 millimeter wide max. I don't think they're wider than that. Got a better upgraded steering servo horn. But yeah, that's pretty much that. It's got a good amount of upgrades. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting something, I don't know. Oh yes, Hobbywing 1080 ESC. And still has a stock Red Cat motor, 550 can. I believe stock I think they're 17 turns, something like that. I don't remember 100%. But it's pretty good upgraded from factory. I'm not factory, from where I got it from the kid. And honestly, the only plans I really have to do with it, maybe change the wheel and tire combo. Probably put a better steering servo in it if that one ended up not being good after a while. And I'm going to eventually convert this to brushless. I'm going to go Hobbywing Fusion. That's what's in here now, which I'll get to in a second. And I've had the best of luck with brushless setups. They perform better. They have more torque, I think, and just modulation and whatnot. And plus, being a sealed motor, they're better for if you're planning on doing stream crossings or mud, which this thing will see. But yeah, that's the Red Cat. Now to get on to the TRX4. Obviously, the TRX4 now has the Defender body. This is not originally a TRX4 Defender. This was originally the TRX4 K5 Blazer. I believe it has a TRX4 Bronco bumper and push bar, but this thing, like I said, completely pretty much bone stock, other than this has a good upgraded steering servo, which I will probably end up putting that same steering servo on that, and Hobbywing Fusion. I believe it's the 2300 kV. Yes, 2300 kV. You can't really see. There it goes. And the shocks were upgraded on it when I got it. It has the Traxxas upgrade shift servos, locker servos, I'm sorry. And a shift servo as well. But other than that, I'm sorry, this also has the Rocklight kit for the wheel wells, front and rear. But other than that, it's a bone stock Traxxas TRX4 K5 Blazer chassis. There's nothing done underneath other than, like I said, the rock lights. Oh, it's got skid plates front and rear as well as the shocks. But that's pretty much it. You can see the rock lights there. Future plans for this, I plan to do more scale modifications with it. Since this already has rock lights, and I will, whatever body I do throw at this, I want to get a more scalar body or something nice, at least looking, where I could put headlights, tail lights in it, maybe a light bar on the roof or whatnot. Scale accessories or whatever, off-road accessories. Who knows? I might even buy another Endura Jeep body. Hard body. They're hard body plastic, not Lexan like the Land Rover. They're durable, and I could get a lot of 3D printed accessories for the Jeep body, which would be awesome for this as well. Or I really would like to get into a pickup truck body, maybe the Ford Bronco body. I don't know, the older Ford Bronco body that comes on the TRX4. I don't know yet, but it would be nice. I would really ideally like to turn this into a TRX4 High Trail clone of the brown Ford truck one. However, that chassis is a little bit longer of a wheelbase. I don't know if it's from just the links. Maybe I can get away with it and adjust it back, since the wheel well looks like it has a little adjustability in the back. Maybe I can get that extra length I need and get that body and figure out body mounting, because this has, like I said, rock lights in it already. It already has a Fusion Hobbywing Pro, which I'm happy with. It has a good steering servo. I would pretty much at this point just throw the Traxxas lift kit in it. Maybe widen the width out with either hex spacers or deep dish wheels. I don't know yet. But this is going to be the pretty rig, the shelf queen as some call it. But it will still see trail use. But that's going to be it. I'm not going to go rock rolling with this and beat this thing up. This is going to be the shelf queen, the trailer queen, whatever. But it will see trail use because it'll be taken. I won't be beating it up too much on the trail. That is going to be getting the beating because I know it can handle it. It's built to handle it. And I've taken it on some pretty rough stuff in the back course that I just started making and setting up the course back there, which I'll show you in another video. And it did it did good. So my two projects will be upgrading little by little, more and more on each of them. This is going to be my dedicated scale truck, show truck, trail truck, and that's going to be the dedicated trail truck, but I will take this down the trail. It's going to have all the nice accessories and look really cool. This is going to be the hardcore dedicated crawler, trail truck, beater, everything. And eventually it's going to go brushless, probably a little better steering servo on it, maybe wheels and tires, but that's it. This is going to be going a different route, which will be more posted in the videos in the future. Now, okay, comparison wise, like I said in the beginning, not too greater of a comparison because of the fact that this is a TRX4, not a TRX4 Sport, but similar, but I will go over differences. They're both ladder chassis. This is the same. As you can see here and here. There's your ladder or C-channel chassis, your C-channel chassis frame. Both crawlers, the Red Cat Gen 8 and the TRX4 are metal frames. Another similarity. Can't speak. They're both portals. Whether you have the TRX4 or the TRX4 Sport, it has portals. The Gen 8 has portals. Factory. They're both 4-link trucks. Or I should say 4-link rear, 3-link front. 4-link rear, 3-link front with a panhard. Yeah, the panhard's there. There you go, now you see it. And it's the same there on the TRX4. It's hiding back there. There you go. You can see it there. But yeah, both crawlers. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't speak. Both crawlers have portal axles. Both 4-link rear, 3-link front. Both are servos on frame. However, the older Red Cat, the Gen 7, I believe, and the Everest had the servo mounts on axle. Which I believe this might have. No, it doesn't have that slot. It doesn't. As you can see, there's no mount. But that's fine. Some may believe, and I can contest to it, because I've had Gen 7s and Everest by Red Cat. The servo on axles, I believe, might definitely help with more articulation of suspension, but these still flex pretty good. The Red Cat definitely does get more flex than the TRX4. Again, pretty much stock. This is pretty much upgraded, as you know, a good amount. So we covered it. Both have the metal frames with the C channel. Both are 3-link front, 4-link rear. Both have portals. Another thing, both are motor toward the front of the chassis. Both, for the most part that I know of, come with the battery tray somewhat centered there and there. Both factory come brushed, even though this one's upgraded to brushless. The TRX4 Sport, which is more comparable with this Red Cat Gen 8 and the TRX4 Sport model, not this one, which is not the Sport model, have no wheel wells. This model, which is the regular TRX4, does come with wheel wells, which is nice because you could put the rock lights in it, but you could also get those wheel wells upgraded onto your Sport model if you wanted. The both, if not this one, again, this is the more expensive model because it has the 2-speed trans and locking and unlocking diff. But the TRX4 Sport and the Gen 8 are relatively also fairly similar in price. You can probably pick up I believe last I checked, the Gen 8 brand new goes for around 300 and some little bit in the beginning 300s area. The TRX4 Sport goes for a little bit more. It's about 370, I believe, brand new, 380. The TRX4, however, with the locking diffs and 2-speed goes for like 500, which is more. So the Sport model TRX4 and the Red Cat are relatively sort of close in price range for people who are looking to get into that aspect. Also, now, for the differences, I'm sure I'm missing some more similarity. The TRX4... the TRX4 Sport and the Red Cat Gen 8 both are 1-speed transmissions and fully locked differentials. However, this particular one, which is the big dog TRX4, has 2-speed transmission and locking diff, which is why it costs more money. So, comparing for a TRX4 Sport with the Gen 8 version 2, they're very similar in all aspects of even what it comes with, how it's set up, to even remotely somewhat close in the pricing. But just to give you a sort of basic idea of the setups. I wanted to make this video so you guys can and gals can check out. Like, they're not so far off. Granted, you spend a little bit more, you get the better. Well, some people say call it better. I think the TRX4 Sport's pretty much better because less stuff to break in. It's cheaper and it's got less you don't need, and everything you do need with just a single speed trans and a locking diff, which is also what the Gen 8 comes with. Single speed transmission locking, fully locked diffs. If you want the extra fancy pantsiness of the 2-speed and the locking and unlocking diffs, then you go that route, but you're going to spend more money. And you get the wheel wells. But, however, the TRX4s do not come with the light kit. The rock light kit. That's extra. You got to buy that. I looked out and this had it on it when I bought it. I bought this also used off the marketplace from somebody as well. But 2 great options, 3 great options if you want to consider spending a little extra money and getting the big dog TRX4. But you can't go wrong with either or. I'm really happy with this Red Cat I just purchased. It's set up exactly how I pretty much would want to set it up, because even with this one, I know once I get the lift kit in it and I start throwing some other money on it, I'm going to end up wanting to put brass in that to keep the front end down. Because if I go out on the trails and I start climbing some stuff, it's going to roll over and be top heavy. So I want to keep the wheels planted, which is where this is perfect set up for that, because it already has everything I would want to upgrade for metal, brass, and strength and durability is already done. The only next upgrade would be brushless motor and ESC, and maybe a better steering swivel. But I'm happy. I'm happy with both trucks. I love both trucks. I've been crawling with this one for a while. I've been beating it up, so it's time to kind of give this one a break. Make this the pretty show truck, the rip and shelf queen or whatever. But I'm still taking it out on the trails again. Because this one, it does really good, especially even to, like, I did the trick of cutting the tread for the tires to give it a little better performance for stock tires. I pretty much kept this budget for now because I wanted to leave it mostly stock and just enjoy it until I got something else I could really give a little more hell, per se, and just kind of take out and really enjoy it and not have to worry about anything, which is exactly what this is. Oh, another thing I just noticed I forgot to mention. Another upgrade he did. These are brass suspension links to go to the axle. These he upgraded because he said when he bought this aluminum axle housing, he got tired of this weak link of the Red Cats. This is their weak link that I would say is probably the one I've experienced the most on all the Red Cat Gen 8s and Gen 7s I've noticed, or whatever. These links are usually plastic. They are plastic, as well as the axle housing. And after time, these screws strip the plastic axle out, and then your links just fall apart and you're screwed. You could try super gluing them in there. Yeah, and that works for the most part sometimes if you're lucky. This man did exactly what I would have done, and just sprung for the money to get the aluminum housing, the brass ends, Loctite threaded in there, good to go. Don't got to worry about it. And yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier, and it's done on the front and on the rear. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Well, that's pretty much that for this video. One other quick little tidbit information, that also a similarity between the Traxxas and the Red Cat Gen 8, even if it's the sport model or that big dog model. With the Gen 8 and the Traxxas, both of them stock brushed motors and ESC can handle 2 or 3S batteries. As of now, I could run 2 or 3S in either of these, even though that's brushed. Brushless, and that's brushed. But that's it. That's it for the video. I hope you guys, and this was a good information, helped you guys out and gals. And Look forward to talking and seeing you guys again on the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe. It would be a big help to me and the channel. And hope I'll see you guys and gals in the next one.